Hey everyone! Real quick before we get started on this episode of Repeat, this isn't a sponsor thing, by the way. Sponsored by Audible. No. Basically, you might notice a few things that are a little bit weird with this episode. In an effort to try to clean up some space on my hard drive, I accidentally deleted the game footage for this episode. Fortunately, for this particular series, I staggered the save states. But if you hear some crackling, that's because when I recorded the game footage over again, I just recorded the game footage all over again and tried to match based on I was listening to the commentary, which was still there. For some reason, Fraps recorded the audio from me listening to the commentary. That was very weird, but so I can't really align everything up all together, otherwise I'd have like two different like streams of commentary going at the same time. So unfortunately, some of the dialogue might not be up at the exact moment that I'm reading it, but it's only just a couple seconds off, so I really hope you can bear with me on that. I apologize, it'll be fixed by the next episode, I promise. And so yeah, thank you all very much for understanding. Now let's watch the freaking episode and get done with this freaking talking bullshit.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the last episode of Repeat before I get to actually eat my daily meal. I eat once a day apparently, which it's not untrue. Our last episode, what the fuck? This story is very interesting. It's getting very interesting. It's very... I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of different shit that's happening, and I am very interested to keep finding out. So let's keep fucking playing the goddamn game. That's how this shit works. Made my way towards the English building where the creative writing class stood, my mind cluttered with quiet thoughts. Problems just keep popping up today, don't they? Wonder how Sissel's doing, too. He's been in Mr. Rokov's office the whole time. Hopefully he hasn't run into any bad luck and drama like I have. Oh, John, we've got a problem. Whoa, give me some warning before you pop up like that. I've been saying that for fucking ever. That corrupted wish from earlier, it's gone! A hushed silence rang in my ears as I looked about the courtyard. There wasn't a single trace of the strange figure from this morning. Where could it have gone? Didn't you say it was too weak to move on his own? It shouldn't have moved. At least, that's what I thought. This is bad. Well, it's not a thing that no arms can do no damage, right? Are you kidding? It's a wish, John. That thing can twist circumstances and bring disaster or fortune, just like me. Now it's probably bringing misfortune with its presence alone. I doubt it's a coincidence that problems may be popping up for you and your friends at the same time it showed it. I don't know what that sentence meant, but that corrupted wish is causing all of our problems? Well, like the problems are already there, and he's making them much worse. Causing Philip to feel more stressed, Dolores to act more aggressive, encouraging the school's faculty's apathy. Is there anything we can do to get rid of it? We can't just have that thing walking around cursing people left and right. There's not much we can do. John, you better go find Sissel in Mr. Rokov's office. We should at least make sure no other problems are popping up. Got it. Without a second thought, I raced off towards the faculty office building. I bet they're... Ooh, are they trying to expel that motherfucker? Oh, God. I snuck quietly through the halls of the office building and inched my way towards Rokov's room. As I turned the corner, I was shocked to find... John? Philip? What are you doing here? Shh! They might hear you! Philip grabbed my shoulder and pulled me down low. Looks... Well, what the fucking whelping! Looks like I wasn't the only one who was worried. Now that you're here, I might as well be eavesdroppers together. Sounds like a plan. Together we crawled towards Mr. Rokov's office. The door slightly creaked open, revealing voices inside, because of course it is. No one in fucking games like this believe in closing doors. Philip pressed our ears against the door, straining our ears. It sounds of several people arguing loudly in there. Wait, that voice sounds familiar. Philip hissed. Dolores. I figured it was weird he didn't show up to class earlier. Voices inside the office began rising in volume as their conversation got more aggressive. There's no question about it, that brat stole it! Another familiar voice cut in angrily. What the hell are you even talking about? I literally have nothing to do with this! You dragged me all the way here to accuse me of some random shit out of the blue? Language, Mr. Sissel! However, I will have to agree with you. Mr. Dolores, you really have no evidence that Mr. Sissel broke the Academy's funds besides your own words. It was a sharp pfft, as if Dolores spat in Mrs. Corliss's face. Sissel snorted and almost lunged at him, but was stopped by Mrs. Corliss's placing a hand on his shoulder. From outside the room, I blinked in confusion as the weight of the situation set in. Someone stole money from the school, and by the sounds of it, a pretty large sum, too. This sounds bad. If Dolores manages to pin this all on Sissel, there could be severe legal action against him. Dolores was shouting again, his irritated voice dragging me out of my daze.
Who the hell needs evidence with a scumbag like him? Let's hurry up and lock him back in prison. This rag is barely scraping by as it is. Some students even reported him seeing him sneak out at night. Given his criminal background, is there really anyone else who would have the nerve to steal from the school's funding?
Mr. Rokoff coughed hesitantly in the background.
Really, Dolores, this is pure speculation. Sissel has clearly turned a new leaf before I admitted him into Georgia Academy, and I have full confidence.
And now you're short $10,000 in funds. Great choice, Rokoff. I told you this would have. You should have rejected this sack of shit before.
Slam! Slam!
Oh, hell yeah!
Philip? The room was silent as Philip quietly walked in with me awkwardly behind him.
May I help you, Philip and John?
Mr. Dolores sneered at us from the back of the office.
Eavesdropping on faculty meetings, are you? Brad, if I were the principal of this wretched academy, I would have you expelled.
I apologize for eavesdropping. Really, I'm quite sorry. But really, you can hardly call it eavesdropping when half the campus could hear your shouting. Shall we expel all of them as well, Mr. Dolores?
That aside, Philip, is very rude and inappropriate of you to interrupt.
I assure you it's for a good reason. I may have an idea of who stole the funds, Mr. Rokoff. Another silence echoed as everyone stared dumbfounded.
What?
Mr. Philip, is this true? That's just plain bluffing. Any sort of lead would be most helpful, more helpful than wild accusations at the very least. I'd like to hear what Philip has to say.
Mrs. Corliss gave us an affirming nod. I couldn't help but stare nervously toward Philip. Did he really have something about this? This is an actual crime. We can't half-ass our way with lies and bluffs. Philip sent me a reassuring smile before taking a deep breath. This morning, as I was coming to your office for my meeting with Mr. Rokoff, I passed by Mr. Dolores' house at the edge of campus and noticed something strange.
Something strange? In what way?
Eyes were trained on Mr. Dolores, who suddenly looked rather nervous. There was a huge red word spray painted across his walls. Words like thief, hypocrite, and swindler.
He got marked by the black cat. Those are just lies from another criminal. I've been framed. Really? Are we going to listen to the black cat of all people? He's wanted by the police for Pete's sake. He could have been the one to steal it for all we know.
At the same time, the black cat's marks do have a history of being quite accurate.
But what are you saying?
Well, I think it'd be worth a shot to call campus security and have them check out your home.
But
being the honorable type of teacher you are, Mr. Dolores, you should have nothing to hide. Security just has to make sure you don't have the money sitting in your house. It'll be quite quick and painless if you aren't the thief. I don't see why you would refuse them unless you really are the...
All right, fine, I'll do it. This is just a big waste of time.
Oh, fuck, I've been doing the wrong voice for Mr. Dolores the whole time.
Damn it! It's not down here, but just make sure they don't mess up anything.
Everyone glanced over at Mr. Rokoff expectantly. Vice Principal blinked in stunned silence before reaching for a phone with a sigh.
Very well, I will call campus security and have them search Miss Dolores' home. Today certainly has taken a turn for the unexpected.
They're not gonna find anything. There's no way they're gonna find anything. We all waited silently in the office, tension hanging high. Sissel, Philip, and I sat in the corner, occasionally glancing at each other nervously. Will Philip's claims actually show suspicion off Sissel? He could actually go to jail for this. Find out! No, I'm kidding. We're keeping going. This is quite the mess we found ourselves in. Ring! Oh, Lord. Everyone jumped as Mr. Rokoff hesitantly picked up the phone. Hello? Yes? Really? All right. There's nothing there. I'll be willing to bet. He looked at Mr. Dolores grimly.
Well?
Well, for one, your house is a mess of spray-painted words at the moment. More importantly, they found all the school's cash funds stashed under your sofa, motherfucker!
Motherfucker! I don't even care if he was framed. Likely by Philip.
Motherfucker got caught! You're going to jail! You're going to jail!
What do you have to say for yourself?
What? I never stole the money, I swear! I'm being framed, I tell you!
There was a knock at the door. Campus security stormed in and surrounded Dolores. His face was beet red with fury and indignation.
This is madness! You can't do this to me!
If you had any explanations, I'd love to hear them. In the meantime, Philip and John, thank you for your help.
John had nothing to fucking do with it. I had nothing to do with this.
Please leave the office and allow us to deal with this.
What about me?
Stay here, Cecil. We may still need you. Philip and I made our way out the door, looking back at Cecil nervously. Will things really be alright like this? Find out now! I'm kidding.
Good lord! We didn't say a word till we got outside. We finally let out a breath and I didn't realize I was holding. That was interesting. A lot happened in that short time. Hey, at least they caught the thief, right? Now we don't have to worry about Cecil being thrown in jail for something he didn't do. And Dolores is definitely getting fired for this, so he'll finally be out of our hair. We won't be able to hurt Cecil anymore. All's well that ends well, I guess.
He's the black cat! Black cat!
I'm glad that things got settled quickly, but something about this whole thing just feels a little off to me. Oh, John, you're just overthinking it. It's pretty simple. Dolores stole the money and tried to pin it on Cecil so that he could get away with it. But instead, he got caught red-handed. Mystery solved. I suppose it's just karma at work. Yep, beautiful karma.
Oh, it's time for the talk.
I was approaching us, his face grim. Philip fidgeted nervously, but he tried to keep a smiling face. I need a drink of water very badly, but can't get one. Oh, hey, Owen, about early. Let's set that aside for now. There's some more important things to talk about. I overheard everything at the office. Of course, everyone's a fucking eavesdropper. Philip, how could you? What do you mean? Owen sighed and scratched his head apprehensively. Last night, you said you were studying on the roof. But you didn't, did you? You snuck out and didn't come back until dawn. Something clicked in my mind as I stared from Owen to Philip.
I fucking motherfucker! First look, mother poke you in the face.
No way, Philip. Did you? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'll put it plainly. You stole the funds and framed Mr. Dolores, didn't you, Philip? Really? Just because I snuck out doesn't mean I did it. Cecil snuck out too. I don't see you questioning him. Is this your way of getting even with me? Philip, you did show up at the meeting at a pretty convenient time. Even you, John? Fine. I admit it! I was the one who stole the money and pinned it on the... Oh, Jesus! Jiminy Jack Christmas! Can you say he honestly didn't deserve it? Deserve it? You're losing him his job! He was abusing his job! That prick attacked and sabotaged students! He's practically choked Cecil! Do you honestly think this guy deserves his job? I'm doing everyone a favor here! What you're doing makes you no different than Dolores! Philip, do you realize you're breaking the law and ruining someone's life? What is the point of the law if it can't protect the people who need it most? The last thing I want to hear from some stuck-up preaching from a rich and spoiled brat! Owen blinks and his lips tremble for a moment. He stumbles a step back as Philip continues to hiss heavily in rage. What should I do here? Oh, oh God! Here's the problem. One, pretty sure Philip just... Okay, here's the problem. I really don't like Owen, but I don't know how I feel about people taking the law into their own hands. Honestly, in a perfect world, the law would be on the side of what's right. But I don't know. This is... Jesus Christ, I did not expect this from this game. I mean, just like two episodes ago, you were giving someone a handjob in a shower? Honestly, I don't like Owen, and I did not like Dolores, and his voice hurts to do, so I'm gonna go with siding with Philip. But don't do crimes, people! The heavy silence felt suffocating until I gingerly broke it with a stutter. I hate to say it, Owen, but Philip's got a point. I mean, look at the way Mr. Dolores has treated Cecil. It's kind of a relief not to have to worry about him hurting people. Sure, what Philip did was unethical, but nothing would have been fixed unless he did something about it. Owen sighed and ran his hand tiredly through his hair. He didn't look angry, only disappointed. Philip's breaking the rules to deal with a rule breaker. He's pretty much become a mini Dolores, don't you think? What? I I'm nothing like, really? You're bitter, spiteful, and lash out at people you don't like. Sound familiar? At least I'm trying to help someone. The system isn't going to do anything to fix the problem. Then change the system. Your heart is in the right place, Philip, and you work harder than anyone to make things right. But don't you think it would be more fitting to change the rules for the better, instead of constantly breaking them in a fit of useless anger? Owen sighed and shook his head tiredly. Nothing I say will change your mind, will it? Doubtful. I see. Owen scratched his head thoughtfully and began to walk away, with Philip staring at him after him rather curiously. Where do you think he's going? Well, I guess I'm aiming for middle ground here, so I'm gonna go tell World that I stole the money. Whoa! Whoa! What the fuck? Whoa! No. What? You can't! What are you playing at? Out of everyone here, I probably get in the least trouble. I'm Oren Lorley, after all. My father practically owns the school, not to mention how my family's a huge benefactor at the local police. I'll just call my pops and ask for a few favors. Won't he get angry, though? I'd be surprised if he even replies. But hey, he wouldn't leave me hanging. He's got a family reputation to uphold, after all. Can't let an outcast like me ruin our good name. Hiss crawled from Philip's throat. You're taking the blow for something you didn't do, and Mr. Dolores is getting arrested for a crime he didn't commit. I don't really want to see you arrested either, so all in all, this is the best possible outcome. Fuck! The German nod. Owen turned and made his way toward the office building. It never really occurred to me that Owen was the son of a practically aristocratic family until now. His retreating back was held with a sense of esteem, almost knightly. Philip groans beside me and buries his face into his hands. I've made quite a mess, haven't I? John, I'm going to fix this. Could you do me a favor and distract Owen for a bit? Don't let him into the office building. I'll do my best, but Philip, stay safe, okay? Not likely. Oh, God, what the fuck is going on? With that, he turns and sprints out of sight, leaving me alone in the courtyard. I swear to God, if I have to put off my daily meal for this shit. I eat once a day, and usually it's not much. Not that you would fucking tell. So I gotta wait for this shit? How did things come to this? It's the fucking thing with the fucking noose. The fucking Owen, wait up! Here, John. You're not coming to stop me, are you? Well, essentially, yes. I can't just let a friend throw himself into the fire like this. I'm just doing what I think is right. Did Philip send you out here to buy time? With a yell, I leapt at Owen and trapped his arms in a bear hug. Yep, I'm not supposed to let you into the office. Owen laughed and tried to pat me on the head. Nice try, John, but I appreciate the concern, but I've got to do this so nobody gets hurt. But you will get hurt. Since when did I matter? What? Before I could question him, Owen began marching towards the office. Silently, as I was hugging him, I ended up getting dragged along too. Owen! A crash suddenly rang out from the office inside the office building. What was that? Oh no, he didn't. Owen and I rushed inside. There was shouting and screaming from the other end of the building. What was going on? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, fuck! Philip? Suddenly, more furious shouting and footsteps came barreling our way. It was
him! I saw it with my own two eyes! The black cat! I'm gonna kill that little fucker!
Dolores, calm yourself! What's going on here? Suddenly, the black-hooded figure shot past us in the hallway, his skateboard whirling as he sped out the door. A small crowd of security officers chased after him in close pursuit. Behind us, Mr. Dolores came huffing and puffing with absolute fury.
I caught that criminal trying to steal the money they recovered from my house! It was him, the black cat! I told you, fool, to my frame, little garbage!
The black cat? Owen tugged at his hair in frustration and grumbled under his breath. He didn't need to go that far. I could have fixed this, and now he's got a horde of police chasing after him. Philip, he just didn't want you to take the blame for him.
He's getting away! Dolores, is that a
gun?
Oh, calm your tits, Lemon. This is a tranquilizer. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let that little shit get away from me and get a fool out of me.
Wait, stop! With that, Mr. Dolores stormed out of the building, chasing after the black cat on a mad rampage. Is it a tranquilizer, that grade used for elephants? If Phil gets hit with one of those, he ain't waking up. Echo, can you chase after them and make sure not a single bullet hits his mark? Can do, boss. They're heading for the lake. You better hurry up if you want to catch up to them. Oh, Lord! What the fuck? If Echo disappears, I heaved an exhausted sigh. Oh, why can't anything's ever been easy? I took a deep breath before making a mad dash towards the lake.
What the fuck is going on, people? This shit is getting bananas! I'm shaking the camera!
Huff, huff. I feel like I've been running forever. Where did they run off to? Rapid gunshots echoed in the distance. They left! Oh, hell! Not right now. The creepy old cottage from before. For some reason, just being here sent a frigid chill down my spine. Didn't even that ashy girl dislike this place too? Abruptly, the nearby brushes as someone steps from the bramble. Wrong turn. Philip! Crash rang out as Dolores came barreling out of the woods.
Finally caught you, you little shit!
Hey, leave him alone! Before I knew it, Dolores was cornering the black cat against the cottage wall. Next to them, Echo laid on the ground in an exhausted heap. John, took you long enough. I made sure all the bullets missed, but Echo shuddered and pants heavily as if he was having trouble breathing. He looked so faint at the edges, like an overexposed photograph. Another missed shot. I gritted my teeth and roared at Dolores.
What is wrong with you? Have you gone insane? You're shooting at a defenseless shot! Your trap! Arrogant brats like you need a beating to learn anything around here!
This guy, why is he being so unreasonably aggressive? What if... On a whim, I grabbed my camera and peered at Dolores through the lens. I swear I saw something. No way. Aha! Is this the corrupted wish from earlier? No, this is just a faint shadow of it. This maniacal grin is almost painful to look at. This is what Echo meant by he could said that the remnant could affect people around it. It must be the reason Dolores has been acting so irrational today. I snap back into reality as Dolores takes another shot at the black cat. For someone who looks so fragile, Philip's incredibly nimble on a skateboard. Black cat acrobatically darts around every which way, aiming at him almost impossible.
Oh, stay still, you little...
Suddenly Dolores' face splits into a delirious grin. With a click, he swings over and points the gun at me. God damn it! Oh no! No! Oh no! I couldn't even register what was happening before another gunshot rang out. Philip collapses into my arms, his breathing slowing rapidly. He felt limp, not moving an inch. I finally got him. What is wrong with you? Dolores spat on the ground and chuckled coarsely. He's a criminal. A hoodlum deserves everything he got. With another clank of metal, he points the gun at my forehead.
Now hand him over if you don't want to join him.
My heart was pounding like a hammer against my chest. What could I even do in a situation like this? Echo's too exhausted to help. I can't just leave Philip here. Maybe I could fight back. Whoa! What the fuck? Whoa! What the fuck? I'll take this one. A low whispering wail suddenly echoes through the woods, a woman's voice. It almost sounds as if though it's coming from the earth itself. The sound threads its way into my chest like a hardening song. It almost took my breath away. Dolores didn't seem to notice it, as if he couldn't hear the sound reverberating through the entire forest. The sickening grin on his face only widens as he pulls the trigger. Squeeze my eyes shut, but no pain comes. Hesitantly, I look up. Oh my god, what the hell is that? There was a woman standing in front of me, her dark hair as the lake, the sky, the wind howls unnaturally around her. This isn't a normal person. Could she be a wish? Dolores stares at it, though, his eyes not registering her presence whatsoever.
What? How did I miss?
The woman turns towards him dispassionately. Abruptly, her eyes shone with an eerie blue glow. Almost at her command, hundreds upon hundreds of crows flocked from the surrounding trees.
But what is this?
The mobs of crows surrounded Dolores in a blanket of black feathers. They pecked and clawed at every speck of flesh they could reach, with Dolores screaming and battering uselessly beneath them. Dolores' savage cries of pain echoed through the forest as he writhed on the ground. After several long, painful minutes, the crows dispersed, leaving Dolores on the forest floor in a broken heap. Couldn't help but stare in shock. Is this what wishes are capable of? The woman turns towards us slowly, her hair swaying like ash in the wind. She reaches out a long bony hand and brushes Philip's unconscious head softly. My debt is repaid. Who exactly are you? Underneath the mess of black hair, I swear I saw a small smile creep up. Suddenly, a wave of drowsiness hits me like a truck, sleep taking me over in seconds. The eerie song of the forest echoed through my head before I began slipping into unconsciousness. What the fuck is going on? Someone was running their hand through my hair, gently massaging through the knots. It felt rather warm and comforting. With a groan, my eyes flutter open. This is a different room. This is a dorm room? There was someone at my bedside. I rubbed my groggy eyes and tried to peer through the evening light. Oh, John, you're finally awake! How are you feeling? I groaned, a drowsy blanket of sleep still thick on my head. Peering to the side, I could see Philip laying unconscious on the other bed. What happened? Campus security found you and Philip passed out in the forest. You've been out cold all afternoon! Well, they found Dolores, too. He's pretty badly hurt from a freak bird attack? We have no idea what happened, but he's been arrested for shooting students and whatnot. Looks like the school board can't protect him from something like this. Philip would probably be delighted. Well, speaking of, is Philip doing alright? Philip's, I went just towards Philip's bed weakly. Philip's alright in the long run. He woke up a little bit ago, actually. But that tranquilizer really made him sick. He's been throwing up and falling back asleep. Whelp. Fuck it. Fuck you, Whelp. Fuck your Whelp. Fuck your Whelp. I think we better count our blessings, though. It's a medical miracle he survived it all. Well, that's good to hear. I really need to thank him for taking a hit for me. Wait, is Philip going to be alright legally? He is, the most wanted vandal in the city. One grins and thrusts his chest out proudly. There's nothing to worry about. I managed to pull a few strings with my family influence. Of course you fucking did. Granted, my father never replied to my messages. But you'd be surprised how much influence I can get regularly donating to and sleeping with the local police. Of course you fucking do. Officially, the Black Cat escaped and Dolores went gun-ho crazy after him, resulting in 2 innocent student victims. Nobody besides you and me know the Black Cat's true identity. Officers were supposed to come interrogate you two, but Cecil made a scene and drove them all away. Think about give those 2 a fucking break, they just got fucking shot. Well, I didn't know I said thanks. I could use a break after all this happened. Owen was quiet for a while, staring between me and Philip, who was still unconscious in the other bed. I should have gotten at the office sooner. If only I could take the blame more quickly. A grumble sounded from the other bed as Philip shook himself awake. I swear to God, if you took the blame, I would have strangled you. Oh, Philip, you're awake! There was a strangled gurgle as Philip suddenly leapt out of the room and hurled himself towards the bathroom. Sickly vomit sounds could be made down the hall. Oh, that sounds bad. He's probably going to feel like that for the next few days. After a bit, Philip stumbled back into the room and collapsed onto the bed. Ugh, my head feels like it's splitting in half. Philip, I don't think I thanked you yet for taking the hit for me. It's a given. I'm not letting a friend take the fall for something I'm responsible for. That includes you, Owen. Don't be a dumbass. Oh, we're still friends? Philip was fidgeting again before releasing a long, tired sigh. Owen, I'm sorry for everything I said this morning. You're a really nice guy. He's just been really frustrated the last few days and snapped all of it onto you. It was unfair to you, and I'm not sure what else to say other than I'm sorry. Owen chuckles and gives Philip his usual grin. You're still worried about that. Don't worry about it, Philip, because you're completely forgiven. I've got a lot to apologize for, too. All that flirting and groping I did probably got annoying after a while. I'm sorry about that. I guess I just got really excited. Nobody wanted to be around me before, so I never had a roommate until now. But I hope you stick around, though, if that's alright with you. Of course. I'd like to give you a hug now, if that's alright. I might throw up on you, but sure. I started the 2 of them and couldn't help but chuckle to myself. Looks like they're gonna be all fine. Well, I'll head back to my room before things get too mushy in here. Good luck with your roommate bonding. Hey, it's not like that! I laughed as I strode out of the room, narrowly dodging a thrown sock. Oh, everything turned out okay! Oh, man! Wow! Oh, I didn't even realize there's like a code attached to it. Yeah, he's the black cat and... Oh, man. The broken star. I don't know what the broken star is. And guess fucking what? You ain't gonna find out until the next episode either, motherfuckers, because it's the end! Oh, man, what a fucking place to stop. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Repeat. My God, Maggle, what a fucking episode. I speak from the voices in my head when I say until next time, fare thee well.